Oh my God, you're not going to believe the story I have to tell you. Seriously, grab your coffee, settle in, because this one will leave you shaking your head. It all started on one of those two perfect Saturdays, the kind where the sun is showing off, the birds are singing like they're getting paid, and you'd swear nothing bad could possibly happen. Except, of course, it's suburbia, so something always does. So there's this guy, James, a regular dude, graphic designer, works from home. The kind of guy who picks up his dog's poop and waves to neighbors. James also happens to be epileptic, which he's managed his whole life, but stress gets to him sometimes. That day, work was eating him alive, so he heads out for a walk, just trying to clear his head. He's admiring someone's roses, thinking maybe he'll plant a few himself when he feels it. That warning sign, the metallic taste, déjà vu, all that 30 seconds, maybe less, before the seizure hits. He does everything right, moves off the sidewalk onto a stranger's lawn, tries to lay down in the recovery position so he doesn't crack his head open. He's fighting for control, and then boom, the front door slams open and out comes this woman. I mean, you want to talk about a Karen? This is her final boss form. Late 50s, helmet blonde hair, a sour expression, like she gargles vinegar for fun. She's wearing tight gray jeans and a brown shirt that looks like it was an afterthought. She takes one look at James, not even a hint of concern on her face. No, are you okay? No, can I help? Instead, her face twists and she screeches, "What do you think you're doing on my property?" Voice like nails on a chalkboard. You know the type. James, at this point, is already convulsing completely at her mercy. But does she see a person in need? No. All she sees is inconvenience and intruder. And yeah, let's say it, a black man in her precious front yard. And then get this. She screams, "Stop your voodoo theatrics this instant. I'm not letting some street thug use my perfectly manicured lawn as a stage for his drug-induced charade, I kid you not." The words hung in the air thick and ugly, and the neighbors start poking their heads out because you can practically feel the air curdling. The woman is on a roll. You're faking it. Probably high, looking for a house to rob. I see you eyeing my windows, planning your little scheme. Meanwhile, James is in the throes of a full tonic-clonic seizure, his limbs jerking foam at his mouth. Any decent person would recognize this as a medical emergency. But no, she's dialing 911, narrating her whole villain speech out loud. "I'm calling the police. I'm going to tell them. There's a dangerous drugged-up vagrant having a fake fit on my lawn to case my house." A young neighbor across the street shouts, "Ma'am, I think he's having a seizure. He needs help." She whirls on him, eyes blazing. "You stay out of this. You're probably one of his accomplices." I swear it was like watching a true crime episode unfolding, only real and so much worse. The 911 call is a masterclass in racism and manipulation. A very large, very aggressive man is performing some sort of ritual on my lawn. He's threatening me. He was muttering threats before he fell. The operator, bless them, is trying to make sense of it. "Ma'am, is he conscious? Is he breathing?" But she steamrolls right over. He's faking it, trying to get a lawsuit. These people always want to hand out those words, heavy loaded, just poison. Still, the operator hears the right key things. Unconscious male, possible seizure. Ambulance and police are dispatched. Meanwhile, minutes feel like years. James's seizure subsides, leaving him limp, exhausted, and lost. He barely comes to, and the first thing he hears is that shrill, screeching voice. Then sirens. The ambulance rolls up, two paramedics step out, both black men, both calm and professional as all get out. Let's call them Mike and Ben. They don't even blink at the chaos, just go to work. Mike kneels beside James, checking his vitals. "Sir, can you hear me?" "You're okay, we're here to help. It's all caught on cell phone video, by the way, every second." The woman, though. Oh, she's losing her mind. The sight of two more black men on her lawn makes her completely snap. Did he call his gang to back him up? Mike still calm says, "Ma'am, we're paramedics. We need you to step back." She explodes. "Paramedics, I called the police. He's a criminal, not a patient. He deserves a jail cell, not an ambulance." James, just barely conscious, catches every word. Imagine that the first thing you wake up to after a seizure is someone yelling that you're a criminal, that your life is worth less than her grass. Ben steps between her and his partner, using his sheer presence like a shield. Ma'am, for the third time, please step back. You are interfering with a medical emergency. Cops roll up two officers. The woman, now triumphant, points and practically sings, "Arrest this man and his friends too." To James, everything feels like a fever dream, a blurry, spinning world. Sound comes back first, shrill, angry, drilling into his skull. Next faces sky grass. The neighbor, the paramedics, the police. And the woman, always her yelling about how she's the victim. James is loaded into the ambulance, Mike's hand steady on his shoulder. "Easy, man. Just breathe. We got you." The door's shut, finally muting her voice, and in the quiet, Ben starts the IV. "Don't you worry about her, James. We deal with all kinds. You just focus on you." It's such basic decency, James nearly cries. Meanwhile, the cops are getting the full Karen show. Now the woman's all crocodile tears, clutching her chest. "Officers, thank God you're here. It was terrifying. That man was threatening me, casing my house. The older officer, Stevens, has seen it all. The younger one, Miller, still learning." "What was he yelling?" "Ma'am," she stammers, makes up some nonsense about threats, can't even remember her own script. Officer Stevens talks to the neighbor Tom, who saw everything. Tom says the guy was just walking, laid down on the grass. She screamed at him while he was having a seizure. "I've got it on video." Suddenly, it's not just her word anymore. The police know exactly what's going on. While James is in the ER, doctors, nurses, all business, the texts start pouring in. "Dude, are you okay? Just saw a video of you, call me." He clicks the link and there it is. His nightmare viral for all the world. He watches himself helpless on the grass, her face twisted with rage, her voice crystal clear, voodoo theatrics, street thug, fraud. The whole ugly episode broadcast everywhere. It's not just local. Seizure Karen is trending. News outlets, epilepsy advocates, civil rights groups, all weighing in. But here's the twist: the internet doesn't just destroy, sometimes it builds. People start a GoFundMe for James, and it blows up $100,000 in hours. Messages pour in story support. He's suddenly the symbol of something way bigger than himself. For Susan, the woman, let's finally call her by her name, it's like watching her whole world catch fire. The company she works for, all about community values, gets bombarded. She tries to post her side, doubling down. It was edited, it's a witch hunt, and just pours gasoline on the blaze. Friends drop her, neighbors turn their backs. Even her own family distances themselves. Her son calls heartbroken and furious. "Mom, people are calling me Karen's kid. You've ruined my life." And then Maya, James's sister. She's fierce, no nonsense, the kind of woman who'd burn down the world to protect her brother. She's not letting this go. She contacts the Urban Justice Coalition, a legal nonprofit with teeth. Ms. Davies, the lawyer, is a force of nature. She lays it out: defamation, intentional infliction of emotional distress, criminal charges for a false police report. James, exhausted, wants to move on, but Maya won't have it. "We're doing this. For you, for everyone like you." Meanwhile, Susan is fired publicly, headline and all. Bills pile up, friends disappear, her marriage crumbles. Her husband finally calls it, says, "I want a divorce. I want my name off this sinking ship." The HOA sends a letter threatening fines and eviction for behavior reflecting negatively on the community. Karma's moving fast. The civil case moves to depositions. Under pressure, with the neighbor's video rolling, Susan's story falls apart. She can't name a single thing James threatened. Ms. Davies corners her, and Susan just melts down. "Everyone is twisting this. I'm the victim here. She's got no defense, no hope." James, meanwhile, is fighting a different battle: PTSD, nightmares, fear. But with Maya's push, he starts therapy. It's hard, but slowly he finds his way out. The support doesn't fade. A rally is organized, not to yell, but to stand for decency. James, trembling but brave, speaks, "I didn't ask for any of this." But what happened to me showed me the worst and the best of people. Thank you. The applause is thunderous. Even the paramedics show up heroes now. And finally, legal justice. The DA, under pressure, files criminal charges, false report misuse of 911. Susan, alone and out of options, pleads guilty. No jail, but 500 hours of community service, specifically helping newly settled refugee families, plus intensive sensitivity training, plus financial ruin. And James. He takes a chunk of the settlement, plus what's left from GoFundMe, and founds the Aura Project, raising awareness for epilepsy, funding legal help for victims of racially motivated 911 calls. He quits freelance, goes full-time. His pain becomes a purpose. He builds something lasting from the ashes. That's the ultimate win. So here's the thing. This story started as a nightmare, but it turned into a wake-up call for a whole community. Makes you wonder, right? If you saw someone in trouble, would you help? Or would you assume the worst? Would you be a Susan, or would you be a Maya, a Tom, a Mike, a Ben? Drop your thoughts in the comments. What do you think justice served, or just another internet spectacle? And have you ever witnessed something like this? Someone's prejudice or someone's courage turning the tide? Let's hear your stories. That's how things change, one voice at a time.